I stood there and the next thing I heard was Rachel is stupid.
Your ship, we call it Dozy out here.
I don't know about the ship.
My people, how far now? How on a day? My name is Victoria Eze, but you can call me Miss Vic, and this is Unlocked. So right now, we're about to catch up with the riders of the season. So without further ado, help me welcome Chizzy and Rachel.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show, you guys.
Thank you.
Well, now look well rested. Biggie did a good job taking care of you. True?
True. An excellent job, actually.
Yeah? So Rachel, how was your experience in Biggie's house as a rider?
Well, my experience was amazing.
Yeah?
I am particularly blessed to have been there.
Yeah.
And coming out, I just realized that I was even more blessed than I even thought.
Chizzy, how was your experience as Biggie's rider?
I enjoyed myself in the house.
That food fight that we had, was that 2 weeks ago? Rachel, Bella, Shegs. Rachel,
Yeah.
run us through that day and that what led up to that explosive fight.
That day, I was cooking, and it was fine even if nobody was helping. I didn't think it mattered.
Yeah.
And then we were sharing the food, but we had already decided that, myself and Chizzy, we decided that when we want to share the meat, because there was limited beef in the stew, that he now told me that I should serve people who have worked hard for the food first.
Okay.
So I think there was just 2 beef left, and Chizzy and I think 2 other persons had also worked. So I wanted to find out from the other people if they wanted beef or chicken. And then Bella was insisting that she wanted beef. And I told her politely that I want to ask people who actually washed plates and did other things if they want beef. And then I noticed that she had gotten angry, and I was like, okay, bring the chicken, let me change it just to avoid issues.
Conflicts, yeah.
And I think I did what was right. And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I stood there and the next thing I heard was Rachel is stupid
That's from Shegs?
from Shegs. So I didn't understand it, and I was like, it took me like 5 seconds to like, please, what's going on? Because I'm not the type of person that would just...
Well, why do you think he said that?
He said I was supposed to know what his girlfriend eats, what Bella eats. So I just think I reacted as a human being that I was, and that was it.
Chizzy, your ship, we call it Dozy out here. Dozy and Chizzy.
I don't know about the ship.
I'm just telling you now. You know, ship can be friendship, it can be relationship or situationship.
I don't ship.
So, what do you do? What was it? I mean, you came into the house and you were coasting for a while. You know, you were just causing problems and you were just happy with yourself.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you narrowed in on Dozy. So how did that progress?
What happened between Doya and I didn't see it coming. I didn't know where it started. But what I see is I see 2 people being comfortable talking to each other. I think we had an understand that say this house can mess with anybody.
Exactly.
Let's just keep it like this, neutral friendship. If we dip from here and it's still the same, we spice it up.
Okay.
So we don't dip, and we are still checking whether we will spice it up. If we spice it up, we're not going to.
Well, no. I'm coming back to that shortly. Rach! We saw you and Giddy Fire almost take off, and then that thing caught fire before we even knew what was happening. So was there an attraction to Giddy Fire?
Well, there wasn't. I think the only thing I'll say about Giddy Fire is a friend that I met in the process of me doing my job as a rider.
But there seemed to be this weirdness between Diana and Giddy Fire, and especially that night of the fight, where she felt like she walked into you guys in a compromising position and, you know, made her lose her cool.
Well, I think I was particularly upset that night because what I was even telling Giddy Fire, because what happened, the exact situation was that Giddy Fire was coming out of the party. I had just finished helping Elo Swag at the toilet door. So immediately Giddy Fire came to me, he hugged me. And as I hugged him, the next thing I told him was, I don't like the situation between you and Diana. I have to stop this laughing with you because I had noticed some awkwardness in the party.
So you agree that your presence was causing some kind of tension?
I don't think it was my presence alone. I think they already had issues
Right. In that ship.
Yes,
Right.
over there. That's what I think. I don't know.
Okay.
So, and I noticed that there was some kind of weirdness at the party that day, and I told him, guy, I would stop all of this laughing with you.
Yeah.
And he was like, is it because of that? And I said, yes, I don't like the way you people are. I don't know how they were exactly at the time, and I did not want to be caught up in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And the next thing I heard was Rachel this, Rachel that.
Right.
And which was cool.
Chizzy! So back to doing now. How far? Give us this gist. What was it about doing that stood her out? Because you were playing, like you said, you didn't even see it coming. So what was it that finally attracted you to this girl?
If you ask me to tell you or to explain Doing, I'll tell you that she's beauty with brains.
Yeah, of course.
She girl. I think that's one thing.
So that was it for you?
That's one thing.
Okay, but you guys had your first, I mean, it wasn't really like a fight thing, but you dey vex, she walked out. What you were telling her, Doing, why are you always in everybody's conversation? You're like
That
always
was,
in the middle
that
of it.
was the reason behind the fish.
What was your process? What was your thought process like?
What really happened before then, Doing came to me and told me that, okay, she wasn't happy. I asked her what's wrong with you. She said that was a narrative that people are saying that she used to put her mouth in.
Everybody's thing.
Then that day, Sheikh and Bella, they had an issue.
Dragged her in.
And she was there trying to settle them. So I told her that I brought your people. I told people that what you are doing is not good. So I'm not supposed to tell her like that. I'm supposed to just use the right choice of words, but I didn't. So she walked and went to Bella, and then Bella and I, Bella said, that is his boy, I don't know what's wrong. Who the hell do you think? I felt bad that she's feeling that way. And I don't feel bad. I want to say, I'm trying to do good. I felt bad that the message, she didn't get the message.
She didn't get it right.
So I went to Big. I told Big, I was a guy saying, I told Big, I'm not happy. My friend said that
he's not happy with you.
Yeah. Biggie told me to just try and right my wrongs. And that day was HOH. So when I get to HOH, I find out that Doing is there and I'm here. And Biggie said, if Biggie is reading brief, I will always, if any fish you caught for anybody is theirs.
Right.
And you will not be disqualified. It's not about this. So I clocked it. So let me just tell this girl that.
So that was your way of trying to make it
Bella told her that boy, that wicked boy, he can never be anybody's friend in this house. And he's not your friend though. I don't know what you're doing. So I now say, if I can catch fish for this girl now, maybe I'm not settling this course now. Yeah. So I really want to make her man. And after catching the fish, she now told me, we need to talk. I said, I got my swag back.
And then she was evicted and went to level 3. How were you feeling in that moment?
When she left, I think I missed her a lot. So when she came back, I was happy to see her.
Yeah.
Even that Sunday, they finally dipped, man. That one messed with me because that week we bonded more.
Did you ask for things to get like more serious, more official between you guys?
I don't know. I will not ask your question, but I will tell you something. I'll tell you one thing like this, man. Doing that, I don't want in a situation whereby Doing and I will not be talking in this life again. I don't want the situation where that girl, because anytime she's smiling, I feel happy.
Try.
I tell her, if you frown your face, bless you, they will just they smile.
Right. So these ships, you being a third-party observer with no, you said you were not interested in anybody. So you know how when you're not in the situation, it's easy to access the situation. So which of these ships formed this season was your fave? And who would you say you were not really feeling their shipments?
I don't think I bothered myself with anybody ship in the house.
So you didn't have any opinions about any of those ships?
I don't think so. I didn't have opinions about most of the ships because the only thing I thought was nobody can actually conclude on a ship in the house.
So Chizzy, I was asking Rachel about what she thought of the ships in the house. So I'm going to ask you the same question as well because you obviously you took eye and hand inside different people's situations. So what do you think about the ships formed in Biggie's house this season?
All of them, I don't say they go sink. I go talk and now, wait in here. But you never can tell.
Yeah.
Love is bigger than everybody.
Last. But you were very particular about Bella and Shegs. It's like, and then your girl was right in the middle. So it could be like.
Okay, what happened between Bella and Shegs is just They are victims. I don't carry them for heart.
They are victims of
What happened that day, as in the first day I had an argument with them. I think from there, maybe everyone thought I hate them. And me, I said, right, okay, let's do this. Let's battle it up now. So since I know say, people know say, these two people are not, they are not good.
Yeah.
Even the day checks won the tail of the house, I knelt down and said, you people will hear, I don't even do anything.
So Rachel, like you said, no permanent friend, no permanent enemy, and we saw you, drift between some friendships, some almost. Then after a Giddy Fire situation, we started to see like Adekunle moving into that space, and even me, I was like, I got my eyes on you. So how did that play out? And is it something that could potentially, be something, whether a friendship or whatever?
Yeah, a friendship, why not? If it's open to
But you guys
friendship.
seem like you were cozying up at some point, right?
Yes, as friends. Well, I don't know what Adekunle has with Daniela, and I don't think that is my business. And the most important thing is when he first said he wanted to get to know me, I made it clear. It's not like I said, oh, let's think about it. I made it straight, like immediately clear.
You were not interested in a relationship at all?
Yes, and we're still cool.
All right, guys, welcome back. We're about to check Rachel's Instagram. Rachel, how many followers did you have on IG before you became Biggie's rider?
I think about maybe 8,000 or so, 8K followers.
And was your page verified?
No, it wasn't.
Okay. So how many followers do you have right now?
146K.
And counting.
And counting.
How does that make you feel?
I hope with the followers also comes the buzz boost.
Girl, that's superstar though.
Yes,
Welcome to
even with the buzz boost, I think I'm very grateful.
Innocent.
Rider with the ride.
Rider with the ride. How many followers before Biggie's house?
If you're not there, you reach 200.